Roar!
Ew. Drop bombs and float on by Fuzzyfurvert. Zero regrets. Mostly. If you were to ask me how the event went, I would probably just say, it all happened so fast. In retrospect, that seems like an odd way to signify the event. Most things happen fast on a geological timescale. When it comes to speed, it wasn't really that fast either. Pinkie Pie can assemble an entire surprise party from nothing in less time, so categorizing the event by relative speeds seems utterly pointless now. Maybe I should look at it like a new rock. Well, a rock that's new to me. Rocks are old compared to most things. Truth versus perception is confusing. What I mean is that I should probably categorize the event in a way similar to rocks. It was metamorphic. That means it started as one type of event and became another due to outside forces, which is probably why it is hard to categorize. It started pretty normal. Pinkie had on a pretty dress. Mine was comfortable. The punch was nice. The bakery that my sister works for handled some of the catering, so the food was good too. There was dancing, which is also normal. But then there was comedy. Pinkie Pie tells me that is normal too. I'm not sure this kind of comedy is normal, but I trust my sister to know better than I do when it comes to that stuff. Discord used a brick backdrop. I prefer natural rocks, but brick is traditional for stand-up routines. Pinkie Pie told me that too. She also told me that
"You're the most basic of jokes!"
was a sick burn, and it made her smile. I like it when I can make Pinkie Pie laugh. Personally, I thought it was stone cold. But hey, I'm just a geologist, not an expert at jokes. I don't regret saying it. Discord was being a pebble-headed dink to every pony, especially Pinkie's friend Fluttershy. She's a very nice pony and I like her. There's a lesson he still needs to learn about friends hanging out with different sets of friends that have different ideas about fun. It's okay though. Even I know that one. The event I am failing at properly categorizing is this year's Grand Galloping Gala. My sister was invited and took me along as her +1, or maybe as her date. I can never tell with Pinkie. I was a bit put off by the gesture, as I was in the middle of some studies. But leave it to Pinkie to remind me that the gala would give me the opportunity to take a closer look at the marble Princess Celestia favored for her castle. If nothing else, it would help me settle a bet. I barely got any time at all to look at the marble on the dance floor, but that's okay. Even if I don't win the bet, I'll be able to say I visited the castle. It's not like it's a lot of bits anyway. And I got more laughs than Discord. That's almost as interesting as the marble. And I get to spend time with Pinkie and her interesting friends. I like that. Categorizing the gala like a rock doesn't really fit. Maybe it's more like a fossil. No, that doesn't really fit either. So, perhaps a better qualifier would be the pleasantly mud-like qualities a Smooth had. Pardon me, Smooth, capital S, because he, I think, is a sentient creature and not merely an environment condition /hazard. Though I suppose the Smooth is that too. Pronouns are confusing. The Smooth exploded all over the place. It got in my mane. It was like taking a warm mud bath. I like mud bath. Pinkie Pie has never been a big fan of them though. She finds it kind of difficult to get the mud out of her mane. I think she looks good covered in mud, but thankfully she was showing me her new table dance routine when it happened, so she didn't get much on her. But the Smooth was everywhere, and if Pinky's friends needed her for any of their interesting hero work, she would need to get closer to them. Always a forward-thinking one, Pinky brought an oar with her to steer through the Smooth. I like that she's always thinking. I like how she plans things out. I might be the geologist in the family, but Pinkie Pie is the one that is never caught unprepared for flooding inside a castle high up on a mountainside. She even thought ahead about using my pumice-like ability to float in thick, viscous semi-liquids. I have never been a rowboat before. I didn't hate it. It was weird, but a fun sort of weird. The Smooth got inside my dress, but that's okay. It came out later when that other pony made noises at it. Him, whichever. I wonder if real rowboats care about getting wet. If I'm ever used as a rowboat again, I expect it will be at a party with my sister. I wonder if it'll be in cake batter next time. Or maybe frosting. That seems like a safe bet. It wouldn't be the first time I've been covered in frosting. Plus, I'm a fan of big fancy parties, like Pinkie Pie's. Sometimes other ponies wonder how I can put up with Pinkie Pie and the things that happen around her. I just tell them I love my sister. She can be a hoofful, but that doesn't bother me. My sister is sweet and I like her and her interesting friends. If there is anything I regret, it's not spending more time with my family and friends. And maybe not finding Boulder a dress good enough to show off at the gala.
Hello everyone, this is Visual Pony from Pony&Wolf Productions, and I thank you for taking the time out of your day to listen to this video. At this point, I want to thank all of our amazing patrons on Patreon for supporting this channel with their monthly donations and keeping the lights on around here. Now, more than ever, it is important that you support your favorite content creators, because due to YouTube's new content policy changes, we, along with other content creators, had to demonetize a lot of our most profitable videos. For us, those are the Fallout Equestria stories. As you can see on the graph on screen right now, our earnings per video used to be relatively okay. Even though the earnings were never enough for a viable career, it was enough for a good, decent side income. Now we are struggling to pay our bills. If you want to support us for as little as $1 a month, you can do so by clicking on our Patreon link down in the description below. And you can get wonderful perks like, for example, early access to all of our stuff. Sometimes things like this are recorded months in advance. Voice acting lessons from me or Midnight, if you really want to. And you can join our Patreon Discord server. Even though it may look like there's not much going on in there, I am actually checking it on the daily. Thank you for listening to this message, and I wish you a wonderful, wonderful day.